The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Right to the air is Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Go! Ready, ready,
Now Daniels. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
ready, go!
Throwing now is Daniels. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Daniels looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. This a 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 89 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To the air goes Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Daniels. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Washington defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. Have that on his own sideline and in his locker room. Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
This is caught. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hands it off out of the gun. Muscles him off. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. They've got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. McCarthy operating from the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Vikings at 7-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's got room to roam and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Play there. 67 yards. And the Commanders have regained the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Here's McCarthy. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamison Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels, flush to his right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
He'll find Hodgins there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with a halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. But the Vikings offense and Xavier Worthy set to take over once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. But they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On to determine. He's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Fights off the defender. And some space here. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Yeah, they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Let's go now.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And the Washington offense heading out. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work down inside the 45.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this to the 31.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And McLaurin, the motion man right.
Go.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Commanders Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
it just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On play action, McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. On the end around, here comes Williams. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Throwing is McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense set to take over. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Throwing now is Daniels. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Big strides, look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Vikings strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that one complete to Hodgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Daniels looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Here's Daniels. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, look at this play call.
And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
That one a back-breaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.